In this video, we're going to earn the Platinum Trophy for Sifu, as we follow a young Kung Fu student on the path of revenge, hunting for the people who murdered his family. PSN Profiles has this game as being a 3 out of 10 difficulty and taking roughly 15 hours to achieve the Platinum. We begin the game and are put straight into a fight in which we learn the very basics of the combat.
Boom, bam, bop, bada bop, boom, pow.
After completing the tutorial and being introduced to the 5 main bosses of the game, we enter the main hub. Here we get access to the detective board, which allows us to track the collectibles and secrets we earn throughout the levels of the game. There are 5 chapters, each with their own boss. We make our way through the apartment complex, and after finding a metal pipe to equip as a weapon, oh, hello, we earn our next trophy. Crack me on the head. Lightning hands, what's that for? 3 takedowns in 12 seconds. In the next room over, in this insane hallway fight, we're introduced to the unique mechanic that this game has to offer. Oh, I'm dead. Death counter is added to your age. Every time you die, your death counter is increased by 1, and when you reach a 10-year milestone, you age up. Damage up, health down. Oh, interesting. Aging up increases how much damage you do, but also lowers the amount of health you have. Now you can reduce your death counter by killing certain enemies or spending XP at a shrine. Speaking of XP, for spending some to purchase our first skill, we earn our next trophy. And another for permanently unlocking a skill by purchasing it 5 times.
How the fuck you get in here? With great difficulty.
Guy from Suicide Squad, whatever his name is. El Diablo. Bunch of keys. Defeating these brothers earns us a set of keys, which not only allows us to progress forward, but also open a shortcut that we found earlier during the level. A few deaths later and we reach our first boss. Now, as expected, this guy did give me some trouble as I still didn't really understand the combat yet. One of the most important tips I can give is that weapons are key. They do a lot of damage to an enemy's yellow bar, known as their structure, as well as preventing you from taking chip damage from enemies that use bladed weapons. Any opportunity you get to use a weapon, always take it. For God's sake, man.
I have spent 8 long years preparing for this.
Jesus. Now on to the next level, and probably my favorite in the game, as it has one of the coolest settings as well as this banger of a soundtrack. Oh, let's go. Presumably for breaking objects over people's heads. Oh my god. Bitch. In order to progress, we must enter that fighting pit. I think there's a trophy for killing the fat guy and keeping the others alive. Yep. Unfortunately, at this point, we died quite a lot, so we'd reached our oldest age. On the plus side, though, we did unlock another trophy. No! I'm dead. After you reach the age of 70, your next death will be your last. No! That was fun though. However, you can choose to replay the chapter you died on and begin at the age you were when you started the chapter, or restart from chapter 1 at age 20. Either of these options results in you losing all the XP that you've earned throughout the run, and any skill points that hadn't been permanently unlocked. I decided to restart from chapter 1 and use the keys that we found in order to open up the shortcut at the beginning of the level. Every level has a shortcut which you obtain access to towards the end of that level, and as the word implies, allows you to skip a massive section of the level to get back to the boss faster. Here we also find one of the shrines I mentioned earlier. These give temporary bonuses for your current run, and unlocking the highest reward of each of the 3 types, age, score, and XP, will earn us a trophy for each. Back at the club, we used the shortcut on this level as well, and also earn a trophy on the way to the boss for, I think, climbing over things. This time we actually make it to the boss, and I realize I haven't been using a vital component that would have made the game a whole lot more manageable. I think I found out what the problem is. I'm not pushing the down arrow in time. I've just been holding down L1 and the down arrow at the same time to like move backwards, but I'm not doing the dodge at the correct time. Oh my god, there you go, that's so much easier. Oh, I'm an idiot. Whoa. Oh, bro, this is giving Lady Butterfly vibes. Later on, when I had a better grasp of the game, this guy was by far the easiest. Something that I hadn't learnt yet was the importance of parries, which can do a lot of structure damage if timed right. You can parry every single one of this guy's attacks, and the fight can be over in less than a minute if you do it perfectly. A quick note on the parries, which I didn't realize until quite late in the game, is that your structure damage actually increases, but as long as you keep doing perfect parries, it'll stay in the red, but it will never break. There we go. Chapter 3, The Museum. This was another cool level, but it turned out to be my breaking point. The boss in this level is a huge step up from the previous two and is guaranteed to spike your blood pressure if the rest of the game hasn't already. We reach the end of this trippy, psychedelic, technicolored area and unlock the key for the shortcut, which you are definitely going to need. Oh, this is going to be annoying. So as expected, our first encounter ends unsuccessfully, and we earn a bunch of trophies trying to get back to this point. The next attempt still gives us plenty of issues, but we managed to make progress. You're starting to annoy me! You little... Yeah, you. I know there's a second phase, but you.
What's your profanity?
Little did I know, more troubles lay ahead. Jesus Christ, that's terrifying.
I know 100 ways to kill you. You should have run when she
Oh my god. What is going on? Okay. Oh. What is this? Oh god, this is Lady Butterfly to a T. Dodge that. Okay, she just one-shots me. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna give up. Thank you, lady. I kept reaching her and died over and over for the next 2 hours. It got so bad that I switched the difficulty to easy in order to beat her. I know. However, I don't recommend doing this at all. After beating her and playing through Chapter 4 and the beginning of Chapter 5 on easy, I realized all the fun had gone from the game, as the enemies literally don't fight back. It made it incredibly boring, so I switched back to the normal difficulty, but I did have to make a new save because you can't increase difficulty, only lower it. After fighting her a lot more, she is fairly simple. You just need to be patient and not run in and attack her every opening. Thank you. Also, it's highly recommended to grab the weapon from one of the two guys at the beginning. This is probably the weakest level in the game and has an incredibly easy boss fight considering it's the 4th chapter. I think because she is old, she takes a lot more damage, similar to how if we were old, we would take a lot more damage as well. The shortcut on this map also kind of sucks because you still have to fight 2 large rooms of enemies and 2 rooms with mini-bosses. You can skip these rooms, however, but at the price of your death counter, so not ideal really. The only benefit is that we get a trophy for doing this the first time.
The Guardian's legacy. Now, accept your sentence.
Again, this footage is from when I had the game on easy difficulty, but she literally only has 3 attacks. 2 high attacks followed by a low sweep. All 3 can be dodged with ease and the first 2 can be parried. She's incredibly weak, and if you kept the staff from the previous room, you can finish both phases in about 30 seconds, if that. This level is super fun and reminded me of the spa mission from Hitman. I think it's called like Haikido or something like that. This is also where I realized I wasn't enjoying the game on the easier difficulty, so started again on the normal difficulty. Because of this, we start back at Chapter 1 and earn a bunch more trophies, which include hitting 3 enemies with 1 attack, clearing the hangar area in 80 seconds or less, using every type of takedown, throwing enemies into each other, and finally for finding all the collectibles in chapters 2, 3, and 4. We reach Yang and he is our toughest foe yet, way harder than Lady Butterfly. Oh damn.
Don't waste your time.
We can't focus him. Oh. He has a large flurry of quick attacks that if you aren't careful will break your structure and it'll punish you even further. He also dodges all of your attacks, so you more or less just have to wait for him to engage and then you react to that. Oh, fuck off. Okay, we are back and we are far younger. I think we're about 36 and we're on a 0 death streak, so yeah, 36.
8 years. Come on.
Oh, okay. No idea how I did that. I'm literally just spamming L1. After completing the game, I still have no idea how you beat him properly. I just resulted in spamming L1 to parry and somehow made it through. We make it to phase 2, and without a proper strategy, we don't really stand a chance, so we rack up a ton of deaths. Jesus Christ, dude. Oh my god, no. I'm joking. I think we got 3 attempts. Last attempt. No, 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 no. Oh my god. Miraculously, we defeat him on our last attempt. Now we have to go back through the game and spare all 5 of the bosses to unlock the true ending. Sparing a boss rewards you with a talisman as well as a trophy. Now, in order to spare a boss, you need to break their structure twice. Upon breaking it for the second time, an option appears to click the left D-pad to spare them. Make sure that you don't use muscle memory and just execute them, which I did on numerous occasions. Fortunately, you don't have to do it in one run, something I'd wish I'd known way sooner. The game saves your talismans like anything that is saved on the detective board, meaning if you get a talisman for the first 2 bosses but not the third, you don't have to start from chapter 1. Whilst making our way back through the game to earn these talismans, we also earn another batch of trophies, such as not dying on the boss, which is incredibly easy now you know how to play the game. Finding all the collectibles in chapter 1, throwing an enemy off the balcony into the fountain on the museum level and off of the cliff in the sanctuary level, and of course all the trophies for obtaining the talismans for the first 4 bosses. Now back at the final fight with Yang, which thanks to our strategy of just spamming L1 and praying, we're able to break his structure and spare him. Just don't kill him when I've done that so many times, so I go to spare them, but I've killed them instead. Spare. Oh, thank God. Sparing Yang rewards us with 3 trophies for obtaining the final talisman, completing the Sanctuary Detective board, and also completing the game under the age of 50. And after earning a few more easy trophies, we are left with probably the hardest 2. When the game initially came out, that is. Not so much now. The first is for reaching a score of 20,000 on a level. Since the game came out, obviously there's been a few updates. And I read somewhere that they changed the way that the scoring works in this game, and they also removed a mechanic that allowed you to get above a 3 times multiplier. If you press right on the D-pad, you can taunt an enemy, which used to put you up to 4 or 5, but now just caps you at the top of 3. In order to reach that 20,000 now, you need to play flawlessly and never lose that multiplier, which was just never going to happen for me. I don't possess the skill to be good at this game. Thankfully though, with that update, a ton of in-game cheats and modifiers were added so you can just mess around with it. However, using these doesn't save your progress and prevents trophies being earned, but there is a workaround. All you have to do is quit to the main menu before the boss fight after you receive your score and the trophy will pop. I suggest the club level as this has the most enemies. And last but not least, you must complete the game under the age of 25. And like I said, I'm nowhere near good enough at this game. I don't possess the skill necessary to complete this challenge legitimately, so I chose the coward's way out and completed it on easy. This game has a level of skill and required patience that I don't possess. Overall, I found this game rather challenging but incredibly rewarding. The art style is fantastic and the death mechanic is incredibly cool and unique. I would love to see another game with a similar take on it. In terms of the trophy list, it's very doable, especially now that they've added the different difficulty settings, but I'm sure when the game came out it was far more frustrating. You could probably complete all the trophies in one sitting if you just play it on easy, but please do not do that. As I mentioned, there's no challenge and it's incredibly boring on easy. If you did enjoy the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing, and check out this video here that YouTube would recommend to you. Leave a comment down below of any games you want me to platinum next, and I'll see you in the next one.